the mom's name is Chef, and one that looks like it is called Sous Chef. It's cute as shit, dude. Seeing cats will brighten your fucking day. Yeah. But we're watching the movie, and I'm not gonna cap. Maybe it was because I was off the high of kittens. Mm-hmm. That movie, like Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the first one is like a beautiful movie. Like it's good writing. Like watching Caesar take over and all this shit. And I'm only good into the coughing because like the B plot of the dude getting sick and then like coughing the blood on the pilot. It was so genius. Like it's so like light work. Yeah, sets up a whole trilogy. Yeah,
just
good
spreads
fucking
it
movies
internationally immediately.
Yeah, and then you can literally play on Plague like that like simian flu, and you can try to do the movie in the game Plague Inc. Yeah, and I'm just like, dude, it was lit. It was lit. It was an awesome promotional tie-in. But yeah, it was. I can't believe you hadn't seen those movies though. Like
I'm surprised you hadn't seen them. Yeah. There was a whole thing. Yeah, they came back.
Woody Harrelson was in the last one. I'm just like, once you get Woody Harrelson involved, how the fuck do you miss one?
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen all of them.
I mean,
it's crazy.
I've seen the trailer.
I thought it was cool to just see it represented without it just being like guys in masks, very obviously.
And I mean, I saw the new one too, and I mean, the new one was not my favorite.
Like another
just
new one?
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh,
I saw the bitch in theaters for my B-Day, but like, it was alright, but like, still, I'm just more amazed that we built like a whole movie franchise off this fucking one movie. Like it's so dope. I don't know. Yeah. Like you see like Caesar go back and kill the people who was fucking with his parents. Like he kills like the fucking he goes to the zoo, gets everybody out. They're throwing spears off the top of buildings. Like this is lit. Like if monkeys take over and it looks like this, it's gonna be fucking cool.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like
well, Russia's working on.
I mean, cool is kind of.
Did you guys hear about this?
What did you say? Russia was working on monkey spies? Monkey soldiers?
Russia's working on human-monkey hybrids that are used for soldiers.
That's like a whole deep dive of problems.
I was about to say.
So one, training monkeys to be soldiers. Two, they're part human now.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't even want to know the freaky ass scientist who's putting them together. That's no problem.
Well, what's the point? Are you trying to build
that's why I said it's
dumber, bigger, stronger human? Like what's?
I don't know. Basically like a Neanderthal. They're trying to bring back the Neanderthal. Yeah. Right, like some kind of like subspecies, like or like literally like stuff like below us species that can fight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is the episode unlisted or is it not refreshed?
I don't think it refreshed.
Okay.
I had to hit public.
Okay. I'm sorry, Parse. I didn't mean to cut you off. Okay, we're up. Parse, we're up. Cool. I'm sorry. That shit just threw me off.
Sometimes it takes a minute. Yeah. I've checked. I've done the same thing.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
We've definitely had it unlisted before.
Well, no, but I also it was set unlisted last week, and I checked, and it was fine.
Okay, true. I'm sorry, Parse. We cut you off as you were talking about the hybrids.
Yeah, this scares me.
Hybrids.
What was I saying?
Neanderthal men.
Yeah.
No, they're basically trying to create like something below, quote unquote, below humans to fight for us in wars.
This feels real weird.
So I'm gonna say something here.
Is it a hot
What's
take?
so hard with robots? Why are we crossing animals?
I don't know. You saw Creator, right?
No, stop. But now you are sure you saw Creator. That's fine. It doesn't have to be that. It can be a robot tank fighting a robot tank.
But this is what I'm like. What's the point of war at that point? We're essentially playing video games.
It's money. You're both wasting money.
But I'm saying
you're causing problems.
I'm saying like if you can get to the point where you could have robots do your wars, we could really get to the point where we just do video games to decide wars in real life. Because that's essentially what it is.
It's battleship at that point.
But because if you do video games, there's no consequences. The robots, you still have monetary consequences. You can still blockade places.
I guess what I'm saying is, let's just not. I'm saying maybe we can stop war. I'm not saying stop it completely, but I'm saying maybe we take it to a digital market.
Well,
no, and we quit with the money.
The problem with the robots right now is it'll be lopsided right now, right? Whoever has the best robot tech will start like mass murdering humans on the other side.
Whoever kamikazes with the EMP is over. They just take out one side, have one actual human go over and EMP out the fucking field and just... You can take out a whole squad. What the fuck? It's so easy.
I mean, you can shield from an EMP.
You could try, but that's why I said one person kamikaze. Like, you gotta be willing to go on this one. Somebody dives in, gets close up.
It would have to be like a nuke. It would take a lot. Like, if you want to make something not EMP-able, I think you can.
Yeah. I'm sure like the top military stuff already has some kind of protections for that.
I feel like there's got to be a level where you can't protect from that.
Well, I mean, like, it's not an EMP, but yeah, like a solar flare. Like, that's a level that you just won't be able to protect from. And we'll survive it, but computers probably wouldn't.
Would everybody survive a solar flare?
I mean, it depends on how strong it is, but once you get to, like, the point of people dying, it's going to be, like, millions of people dying, I think, then no one.
Oh, damn.
Well,
so it'll be
solar flares are going to be like, it's going to create a worse problem than what happened with this Windows issue that we can talk about too.
Yeah. Well, right? I want to talk about that.
Right. Yeah. So like, it'll take down every computer. Like we'll have
it goes through the planet. Well, we should do the intro before we get into
What is up, and welcome to another episode of Better Than Cable. You are in here this week with J-Treb from Miseducation Music. We got Ananya and Parts from Nevaland Podcast, and Bobby over there on the boards, man. What is up, and what have we been getting into? I mean, we could dive directly into what the world's been getting into. Starbucks has not been able to receive a mobile order, and that's truly a tragedy.
Wait, actually?
They're in the same software.
Yeah. Why haven't
they? They're still stuck?
Why haven't they? Well, they might be one of the people who I'm about to talk about.
They didn't get their shit together. Like, so I think like a few of
Delta's
them could get a few of them. Yeah, Delta's still down. But so like the first morning it happened, like I was doing Uber and I had to like pull out my phone and show the order to them on my phone because all of their systems were down. And I did that like I think I still did that like sometime yesterday. So like they were still down in some places.
So yeah, there are still computers down, Parse.
Yeah. Southwest and Spirit still up. Like those are the only two that were like.
Also,
those are the only two that were like going straight. They were going straight through.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
I know why. But yeah, so CrowdStrike.
Yeah.
What actually happened, if anyone doesn't know, is they released an update that had not been tested on a
non-prod
bare metal Windows machine. So the second it was installed on a bare metal Windows machine, it started crashing it. And then
dude, they didn't even do regional testing. Like
and that's crazy. They pushed it to 8 million computers instead of releasing it in waves. Like in different
like you're supposed to do like I think that's called canary release. They didn't do canary release.
They could have done like 10,000 computers for the first one, and 10,000 people would have been out, but it wouldn't have been.
Also, I don't know how I feel about I feel like pushing updates to everybody, like that shit kind of makes me mad because I feel like that's kind of where everything is going towards. Like you don't have the authority to like stay on an older version because like if I feel like if the companies had the ability or if there was like more of a deadline, this would have gotten noticed sooner. Like if it was like you can upgrade now or we'll force upgrade you by this date, I think they probably could have caught something like this.
Well, and I think so. I don't know if anyone actually knows what the update was stated to be, but as far as I'm aware, they haven't said what the update was. Which means they pushed an update without update notes, which means it was probably a 0-day vulnerability in CrowdStrike, which is now still there because they had to roll back. So if they tell people what the update was, it's totally vulnerable. But either way, it should have been tested. And people are now looking for that 0-day, I guarantee you, because I'm not the smartest person in the world, and I guarantee you I'm not that far off of what.
Yeah, and I mean that update could be more than one, right? There could be multiple. vulnerabilities.
They could have found a bunch of stuff.
There could be a ton of stuff that was, and like, dude, not even that. Like, it could be like some old vulnerabilities that they just found out that they had, and now they're patching it, right? Like, it could be something that's been out there for years, even, right? So it's so interesting what it could be.
The update got pushed in the middle of the night, Thursday night, and that started rebooting computers. The problem with the fact that it was boot looping computers is all of these computers are encrypted. Not everyone in the world knows, but BitLocker on Windows is the like normal installed encryption. And when BitLocker gets restarted 5 times, or a PC gets restarted 5 times in a row, you need a Windows recovery key. not the pin that was set to unlock BitLocker. You need the recovery key that was printed when you encrypted the disk.
Something that is not readily available everywhere.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Like people don't just have that, on a post-it on the desk.
Yeah. No, they're on computers. So the reason
those computers are fried.
Well, yeah, the reason Delta and Starbucks are still down is probably because their BitLocker keys were on a computer that needs a BitLocker key.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
All of this computers,
nobody had one computer off the network with the passwords in that bitch.
All of those computers now need to be like physically reset. No data on them can be saved.
Yeah, dang. I mean, can they still say that CrowdStrike is at fault in that? That portion?
No, there will be lawsuits.
Okay, because I was about to say they can places like Starbucks seem like a place that'll be like, hey, we lost this much in money.
Yeah.
And we want the computers.
Well, and I guarantee you, in some way, I think hospitals got hit. People died because of this.
That would be crazy.
This was a thing.
Airports
I'd like a list of every company that this was affiliated with.
And then, so eventually, sometime Friday morning, groups of technicians had figured out hey, there's this workaround, and then CrowdStrike released hey, you can do this workaround to get them booting again.
Yeah.
But the issue with that is a lot of companies have remote IT. And you can't connect to a computer remotely if it won't turn on.
Mm-hmm.
So your IT people got to fly in their IT people.
Just every computer needs to be physically touched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have to go in and physically touch every computer to do something.
Damn.
I think you have to copy some image over onto every single one, right? Something like that.
So
that's crazy.
You have to boot them.
Going through with a flash drive, just
my iPad. My Discord went off.
What happened?
No, he lost you over here.
No, but so where was I?
I was just making a comment about somebody walking around with a flash drive and literally putting a disk image on.
Every
fucking computer.
You had to roll back the update, and I'm not sure what they needed to change because I don't know.
You have to revert it and then I think copy it over and then.
But to stop the boot looping, it wasn't simple. You had to get someone into BIOS and instruct them on how to boot into safe mode.
Damn.
So it's not like every user was going to be able to do it either. You needed
someone who actually knew what they're doing. Dude, it's crazy, dude.
Air Dubai started handwriting tickets in places.
That's hey, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of cold. That's kind of fucking cold though. So because I mean, they're that's one of those things where it's humans gonna get through this shit. I don't know. That's one of those cool things where it's that gives me faith that if technology went down, we would not be completely lost immediately. We would get lost, but we could hold on for a second.
The luggage systems were all built on them. At Midway and O'Hare, there were people pushing luggage out into the into the planes.
Well, you got somebody back there throwing this shit in my hand. You might have to go on the phone, G.
Southwest and Spirit were good. Anyone know why? It's hilarious.
Yeah, what is it, because they have old ass computers?
It's because they run Windows 3.1.
Yeah.
They just run it all.
They were we can't install CrowdStrike.
Most of the companies that were good are running green and black terminals, bro. They have not
wild. 3.1.
No, Southwest is over here laughing. They're
I'm not even gonna count.
Spirit's the same.
I think that shit's so in this world and what we live in right now, where software is you can do shit like push an update to everybody and fuck up the world. I actually do appreciate some of the older tech and shit like that. Like Southwest, I do not see an incentive for them to move forward in that technology 100%. If it's working. But maybe pairing in newer technologies for efficiency. But to have that at your base, you were fine the whole time.
Yeah,
there isn't though, because it's also Southwest stuff is also so way out of date that if they have crash and lose a bunch of data. I don't know if a modern system would be able to rebuild it. Or if you could find enough parts to rebuild it, if there were physical damage or, So they're running against something else where they're going to start
Or it's like maybe put your they could put their profits into some shit like that where it's like, hey bro, like maybe you just need to get somebody who cold as hell at this operating system. You need to pay them to teach everybody to be cold as hell at this.
They do, man. If you want to learn coding, learn COBOL.
Yeah, but
runs the entire aviation industry.
But I mean, it's just I don't see that as a problem because like they're going with reliable over the newer. Because the newer shit just does have issues, like in the sense of like as you were saying, if somebody figures out how to replicate what CrowdStrike just did on accident, they could fuck some shit up on purpose. Because it's like the computers, though this update is like good and they're like telling people how to fix it. Yeah, they're all subject to this happening. Like none of this fixes the issue that caused it. Which is crazier. This is all just recovery mode.
And this basically showed us what a major like cyber attack would look like.
Yeah, we just did it on accident to ourselves. Like,
CrowdStrike.
CrowdStrike did it on accident to the public.
What's dumb about this too is like it's all about liability, right? So all these companies were using CrowdStrike because they didn't want to maintain their own security stuff. Yeah. Right. So then they were using a third-party service so that if anything goes wrong, they can blame CrowdStrike, right? Yeah. And that's exactly what happened this time. Is everyone was dependent on fucking CrowdStrike, and so then their dependency was on them. And then when CrowdStrike fucked up, then they all got fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like it was literally built like that. Risky. They didn't want to take their own liability for their own security. So they're like, we'll hire a third party for it.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
This is the issues with capitalism.
Yeah.
It's like, how can we pass the buck to make sure our money doesn't get touched?
No, and it's crazy that it happened. Yeah, I'm sure there will be companies down forever. I'm sure companies close.
That's why run on Linux, man. Everyone needs to run on Linux, bro.
It was to run on to plug Linux right now is wild.
It also I don't know to what extent, but it affected like server infrastructure too.
Yeah, no, it affected so much stuff.
I was about to say if any computer was doing a task while this happened,
it's
fucked. Like I mean, like this was like this probably looked like an actual attack to that computer. Like where it's just like literally like you're booting this many fucking times. Like it's like what's going on? Like
blue screen of death, man.
Literally. Legit. Like there's somebody who lost something that they will never be able to get back. And it was millions of dollars. Like
100%.
Dude, I can imagine like any trading companies that were running Windows.
Damn.
They might have gotten out.
Well, I was about to say they would be fucked for their computers when it came the next trading day. Like,
I mean, they must have. Dude, imagine how much money they make per day.
There's no way CrowdStrike existed.
A day of
this company.
Was Wall Street fine? Was Wall Street not crashed?
There's no way that Wall Street was going to explicitly only rely on CrowdStrike. I feel like there's probably some infrastructure there, but were there probably some companies that couldn't get in there and trade? Maybe I can see like individual companies.
I mean,
but like I don't know if it would like hit the larger market. Like just probably there's probably some companies that were like we use them and like they came in and they were like, yo, computers are not turned on. They don't work. He's got a whole bunch of people trading on iPads. Like,
I mean, probably.
Oh yeah, no, like they were like, pull out your personal computers, pull out your phones, line your trades up. Yeah, but no, that's crazy. Like that's too scary. Like we're kind of fucked. I don't think CrowdStrike's gonna exist. Like there's no way they don't get sued in oblivion for
they're gonna get for sure.
They don't have enough massive company though.
There's no way they have enough money, dude.
Well, but why this
was so bad is they have clients. They have 250 of the top 500
their stock is like
world, something like that.
Like it's one of
it's like
CrowdStrike stock tumbled by 13% on the 22nd.
But like
I thought it was 20.
But I guess I'm saying like think about it if like Starbucks were to ask for what they missed in money as a large company, like, cause I guess that's what I'm saying.
They're not going to win.
Their largest, but this is what I'm saying. Their largest like asset, which is their client list, is now their fucking enemy. Yeah, that's what I'm like. I don't like. I can't see them.
No, the other companies in the space are like licking their lips. Yeah.
That's why it's just like this could just get like so like, and it's as well with precedent. Like you're saying, like the Starbucks thing can't happen, but it's like if they can get one of the companies to like concede, they set a precedent for every other company to get money, which is why they are going to fight like hell. But like all they need is one, and Starbucks can come up and be like, we want this many million. This like another company can be like, we want this many. The flights that are missed, like they had to rebook people, they had to put people up. They want all that shit back.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way Delta don't want that shit back in blood, bro. Like, you know how much it costs to like reschedule flights for a company? Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah. I don't know, man. That's gonna be scary.
Well, Delta might just be gone. If Delta has to just throw out all their computers and all their data and all their systems because it was on every single device that they own,
crazy.
I think you might as well just close up shop because it's going to be a while before you're up and running again.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But the FAA is
Imagine Delta just gets destroyed as a company now.
But yeah, it could be. Like, if they can't get it
or
going.
we'll see some crazy fucking mergers happening.
Yeah.
We'll see
Someone's
some
gonna
airlines
buy 'em
being
out.
like, yeah,
Someone will buy out.
That's what I would end up being. People would want the planes and stuff.
Well, I'm not saying the planes. I'm saying like we might see like a real merger airline or some shit.
It might just be a buyout. Yeah.
Like I mean, like we haven't seen like what was the last shakeup in the airline industry?
Continental and
Emirates and shit. Like
I think
they
when
kind of revamped
Frontier and Spirit split, right?
Yeah,
Frontier
that was
merged
merged.
and it split.
JetBlue.
JetBlue. Yeah. Do they still exist?
Yeah.
Really? I thought they only.
I
I thought they only did like flights to like weird ass places now. I thought they only had like.
I think
I've flown them from Boston to Chicago.
Okay. Yeah.
I did JetBlue one time. They have good leg space. They have good leg space.
They're all newer planes. So
Yeah,
yeah.
leg space.
It's all about leg space. You know, like that's all I care about.
That is true.
They got good leg space. It's crazy.
Dude, that's why I never fly Frontier or Spirit anymore, man. I hate, dude. I'll like die on that plane, dude. My legs will hurt.
Exactly. Spirit is just terrible.
I don't know. I mean, like, I'm Southwest till I die. It's too easy. Like, I don't give a fuck about that Windows 3.1. Take me to where I need to
It
go.
works for right now.
Free bags, boy. They said free bags, boy.
It does the job,
Boy.
man.
Yeah.
It does
Mine's
the
either
job.
that or
You
United
can do 2
'cause
free
Chase
bags
points.
and 2 motherfucking carry-ons.
Because of Chase points,
Yeah.
United comes in so clutch.
But it's just you can get the points with Southwest.
Oh yeah, or Southwest. Yeah.
Southwest got a card
Facts.
now. Like, bro, like if I really wanted to travel, like,
Yeah.
why not?
I don't know if I won't use my Chase points anywhere.
Really?
If you look at the percentage you get back, I've never found one higher than getting cash back.
It's not even the percentages so much. I never see anything of value that I want more.
Well, no,
more than
but-
I want.
No, Bob,
I mean-
I agree. Like it's roughly equivalent, right?
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
No. So if you go to Amazon,
yeah.
your $20 now costs you like $35 of points. If you just did cash back, if
Oh, yeah,
you do
usually-
airline
usually I
miles,
do
it's
at
like a
Amazon
decent
too,
difference
yeah.
too. So
Amazon's
I was
awesome.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, especially for airlines. I was just doing like basically, yeah, if you buy your flight using the points, it's like an equivalent to the money, basically.
Yeah.
Like the amount you can buy for a flight is equivalent to the money you'd get for cash back. So it's
think
basically the exact same thing.
I think we came in too late to the point game. Like, I feel like they started off losing money on points and they were okay with it because they wanted to get people in the cards. And then I think we're the generation that it's like, we ain't got shit for you, bro. Like you can get them, you can get them 1,500 points at the beginning after you already spent a shit ton and gave us 2 bills.
Yeah.
You gotta pay 2 bills first. Then we'll give you like 1,500 points.
Legit.
Like that's all they doing now. Like we are just tail end.
but I thought like it wasn't equivalent. Like my card's not equivalent for airline miles.
Also, I think it depends on how early you're booking your flight. So if you're booking,
And
hella
that phone,
in
what's
advance-
up? What's good?
What's up?
What's up?
But if you're like hella in advance, it's like either pretty much equivalent or sometimes you can get a pretty good deal. I've never really gotten a good deal, but I've heard that
I'm
you
with
can.
Bob. I only use them bitches for the cash
I
back
only
to pay
use
the
it for the
bill.
cash back.
Except for the Apple ones. The Apple ones I use for damn near anything because the Apple Cash ones they just go into
That's
Apple
fair.
Cash.
Yeah.
But I just let them
Yeah.
stack.
That's
like,
cash back though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's cash back, but I can use it toward the bill. But at the same time, like it's always in there, and I'm just like, oh, I'll do something else with it.
Yeah.
Like I'll call it like McDonald's money type shit.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Or it's just like, oh, this McChicken is on my points.
I just meant more like my Chase one will have like get a $20 Olive Garden gift card or something like that, right? And you look at it and you're like, oh, that I don't know.
No, you're fine. I'm sorry.
It's just an example. Or it'll be like go on Amazon, use them as an Amazon gift card for $20 or whatever. So they'll want to charge you like if you did cash back, it would be like 35,000 points or 3,500 points, and it would be $35.
But you're gonna get a $20.
But you're gonna get a $20 gift card for it. Like I think people don't notice because they're points.
But you see, that's why I think I just like regular reward points for like shit like that I already did. Like I'd rather have a reward system like, I don't know, for example, like the fucking H Mart up here. Yeah. Like if I go up there and I get enough items, they just give me $5 off the next thing I buy, and it's like I'm gonna buy some here anyway. Yeah. Those are the only ones that make sense to me. Like because it's like if they had like a you get this item for free, I wouldn't care about the system anyway. Yeah. And I feel like the item is more like the gift card where it's like it's never gonna be equivalent in value. Yeah. So it's like it's like if it doesn't equal
dude, it's all BS to get us to spend more, dude. That's all. Yeah. It's all bullshit from the companies working together with the credit cards. And they're all working together and they're making us spend more money. That's all. It's a cabal. Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, consumerism.
Hey, it's ridiculous. How do we even get on that topic? That wasn't even.
CrowdStrike.
They want us, man. They want all of our money.
CrowdStrike.
I really don't know.
They're done for, man. They're done for.
They have to be. I mean,
I don't think they are.
I think they'll be fine, honestly.
I think it'll be a rebrand.
Everyone's gonna forget about it.
Yeah,
in like a month.
Yeah.
You think the CEO is gonna have to step down still, though? You think somebody's stepping down?
Probably.
Well,
I feel like
I don't know about the CEO.
They're going to blame someone high up, right? Maybe the CTO.
Someone's going to get fired.
Chief technical, whoever's in charge of updates or whatever.
Or there's probably a chief quality officer or something.
Like, whoever was supposed to check the update, that team is gone.
Yeah.
Like that whole fucking team.
Exactly.
Well, they already fired the guy who
that team was gone already, right? Yeah. That team was gone like probably within an hour of that thing, whatever happened.
Straight up.
Like they probably just got interviewed on what the app they just pushed, and then after that they got fired.
They were like, "Hey, we just want to do a quick performance review," and then by the end of the week, every desk is empty.
Oh no, I think they were getting calls in the middle of the night. They knew.
What did you do?
They knew what was pushed. Like the company knew.
They got interviewed. Like, yo, what did you push? What did you change?
And that's it. We also live in a time period where everything is so tracked. Like, there's no way that you didn't have to sign in on something.
Oh wait, no, that was definitely like
they know the device. They know the location.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
No, they know where it came from.
They were like, bro, we know.
They
exactly
have the timestamp of when you.
I feel bad though for the guy that actually pushed it though. That had no clue that everything's gonna go to shit after I push this.
The person who pushed it probably came across their shit. They probably were like, yo, I didn't even like do this. Like it's like their whole job was just like, yo, like I'm just the person who hits enter.
Yeah. Dude, I just
because liability, but no, like as you said, like liability with the companies, like everything is insulated to the point of like I feel like that job might be so insulated that person did not know what they were pushing. Yeah. Like I think it could have been to the point where that person thought they were like, oh, this is fine. And like genuinely thought that and just lost their job in 20 hours.
Yeah. Less. There's feasibility that like they pushed it and it actually should have went through like bug checks from like 10 other people and it was just Thursday night and they all just hit it's good. It's usually good.
Is that the one from last week? Yeah, it's probably fine.
Like, so it could totally be on other people too. Like, why wasn't this run on a machine before it was pushed?
Or what if the correct version was ran on a machine, but they did like the literal like 1.0 versus 2.0? Like, that would probably be
my work. I have to do a deployment where I have to deploy across multiple staggers, right? Like, I have to deploy on some devices, then more devices, right? Like, that's literally built into my pipeline, dude. So I don't get how.
And you don't even handle security for the top Fortune 500 companies. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, even mine, it has like a non-prod release, and then once it goes on non-prod, then it goes on actual production.
Yeah.
Like, there's like 2 steps for it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what they're doing, dude. Yeah, if it went on any other machine, they would have seen it. Like,
legit.
Anything else.
Yeah, if like literally 2 people tested it.
Yeah.
On like 2 different devices.
That's so crazy. Yeah, that's man. Scared of cyber attacks, even accidental ones.
Yeah, I mean,
legit, it's accidental ones.
They cause some problems, dude.
Well, dude, like there was that thing going around with North Korea. So they were basically getting in contact with security engineers, right? Like across different companies. And they were just asking about like different questions about like vulnerabilities, right? Yeah. And then basically what these spies were trying to do is get access to one of these security engineers' computers, right? And then steal any 0-day vulnerabilities that they were investigating.
Yeah.
And then attack using those 0 days.
Yeah.
So like it was like a huge plot that North Korea came up with And it was all going through Twitter DMs. Apparently, it was pretty crazy.
That's wild. The fact that you would use a private messaging service on an app that's owned by a private company.
Yeah.
It seems like too much of a paper trail.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Like,
that's crazy.
Telegram,
but like they're
Signal,
undercover,
like, I
but
mean,
they were
acting
acting as other security engineers. They're like, oh, I need help. Can you download this driver and see what happens, right? And then that driver is actually like some malware that's gonna strip their device of 0 days. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
crazy. Crazy.
I feel like
they're clever now, man. It's all social engineering, right? Like it's how you manipulate someone into doing what you want, and then once they do it, now you screw them over, right? Like,
So it's also like, I don't know if anyone saw, but within like 3 hours of the CrowdStrike outage, there were fake call centers reaching out to people saying, "Hello, we're your IT."
That's crazy.
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
Slimy people.
These scammers are crazy, dude. They're crazy.
They're quick. They're wild. As soon as there's any event that might be worth getting someone caught, it's just like,
that's wild.
If it'll make my story more believable, I'm calling with it.
Imagine how much I'm sure a ton of people got screwed over on something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back online. We're this support for this whatever, right? Like, and they're back online, and then in reality they're just installing a bunch of malware on your device.
We're sending you an email right now. Open it.
Yeah, verify.
And then just beep beep beep. Call hangs up. They've got your whole machine.
All your servers.
They got root access now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, and you don't even know, like, what if some of these like didn't do anything wrong? What if some of the calls were like actually helped people unlock their computers? Now they're gonna call back next week and be like, "Oh, we need to reset your password. What's your current one?"
Well, I mean,
exactly. What if they got root access while they helped them, right? And now they have root access and they can just do whatever later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I don't trust shit out here.
So yeah, it's wild. CrowdStrike.
Because they can just
like the people who, like, when you set up the LLC, send the fucking like labor law poster papers, and it's like you get like 7,000 of them, and it's like you're gonna get fined if you don't do this. And then you look at the back, and it's like, this is not a fine.
Yeah.
In small print. Like,
dude. Damn. Yeah, you could, man. People who take advantage, man, they could really freaking take advantage. That's wild, man. Yeah. It's just like it makes you think, like, damn, like,
off that shit, bro. That's crazy.
People are hella.
I can take advantage of people like that and sleep. Like, I'd be like, bro, I'm just fucking people over for bread.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's not worth it. Like,
no, but there are like places in the world where it's like just massive skyscrapers all full of these companies doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Here,
I mean, if you think about it, like
Chicago,
imagine
New York,
imagine
it's full of people doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Different fucking game, but they're doing the same thing. Like, that's what I'm just saying. Like, I don't how the fuck do you sleep? Like, that's crazy. Like, fucking people over is my job is insane. Like,
snags all the money out of there.
It's like, what's your finesse? Fucking over people. It's like, you got to tell yourself something too. Like, it's one of those like Jordan Belfort with fucking Wolf of Wall Street. Like, telling you convince yourself that you're not terrible, but it's like, nah, you are. Like,
no, and you know inside, right? Like, that's why you're doing this crazy shit. Like, you know inside eventually you're gonna get caught. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know it. There's no way you're not gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some adrenaline that you get because of that.
Oh no, man, that shit crazy.
They're basically like
call up the next day, the same day.
It's like the same thing as like adrenaline junkies, right? Like, they literally just do it. Every time they do it, they get a high off of it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think it's that. I think people just get hired for it to read a script, and then they're supposed to transfer. Like,
even if you get hired
some
for
people
script,
somewhere just need money. Like, it's.
Well, some people are just doing it for the money, but there are people that just enjoys, like, you know,
but it's just like the creator of the company, like, your soul forever tarnished, because like you shitty for life. Like, you can't wash that off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the person who created the company and then exploited the people who did not have money. It's like, you're the one. You're the devil.
It's crazy, man. But That's the reality, man. We're in a crazy time, man, where like one update, like it's the same as like the Log4j vulnerability, and that was like a real vulnerability back when that happened. And that was where like there was some logging thing that they use in Java that was vulnerable when they updated it.
Yeah.
And then basically every company that used Java was using Log4j. And so then everyone had to basically remove that package from their code. And so that was like basically every company on the planet is using Java, dude. Everyone used Java.
Yeah.
So it was crazy.
Man, you're giving too much to the computers.
Yeah.
We're gonna be fucked.
Yeah, like that's what happens when there's small bottlenecks that no one can predict, basically, that where basically every device is using the same thing. Like we can't have those types of bottlenecks. I think that's where something needs to change there.
Yeah, down to everybody using the same devices. I mean, like we're definitely like too iPhone heavy right now. Like, you guys remember when they did that like presidential fucking update on accident?
Yeah.
And motherfuckers were scared the world was ending, and it was like shit. Like we really can't have this many of the same devices. Like,
Yeah, what happens if all the iPhones go down? That's more than those computers.
America's app,
Most-
dude.
That's
Most-
so much more. than
most
all
human
those
beings who are
computers.
using cell phones right now are using iMessage to communicate.
Yeah.
iMessage does not go through your provider.
In the U.S.
iMessage goes
It's just
straight
Apple.
through Apple.
Yeah.
That server has not gone down as far as we know. It's had bad days where it might be
Yeah.
like a few hours where they're like spotty.
Yeah.
But if all of that iMessage, bro, like we're so fucked. Like, you know how hard it is to try to send and receive a regular text message on an iPhone without like turning off like several settings?
Yeah.
So it's like if they go down and we don't know, you miss important messages.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Man.
dude. Like, imagine you don't even know it's down. You sent something important, right?
Yeah.
And it never goes through.
Yeah.
Or it'll say delivered because maybe it like thought it
Doesn't
did.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if it's just saying delivered?
yeah,
What if
it's
someone
like really
It's all
down.
the same
Yeah.
ecosystem, so it's like it like there could be a flaw in like a portion of it that can fuck up the whole thing. But those are like small things where we're all running on it. Like, like other than that, like I don't know if there's too many things that we're all running on. But like, yeah, it's crazy. We need some. I don't know. That's one of those things. That's what capitalism is supposed to fix, in my opinion, or at least is what it says it's supposed to fix. It's supposed to be like a competitive market, like where there can be options, where you can do different things.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
it's like
it's mainly just Apple and Google.
I was gonna say it's
Like,
not competitive. And Windows, like Windows is very much different. This like Windows are the computers that cause like it's like this. It's not that competitive. Windows is not the computers that cause
Apple-
it's a processing within it.
Oh no! But I just thought of this. I was like, so if Apple does like all of Apple shit goes like one day, like someone hits Apple, that's all the Macs and all the iPhones and all the iPads.
Everything.
Well, so I'll give them.
Like that's going to be a lot more devices.
I'll give them
than
the
Windows
difference
is.
for the Macs though, because I don't know a way that they could hit the Macs that would fuck shit up bad enough. Like it wouldn't be. It would have to be something different than what they do to the phones and the iPads. Like the phones and the iPads
They're
are
all
mostly on the
M1
same
at
shit.
this point.
They are all M1, but I feel like, so let's say you were using a Mac for an important thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would have as many exploitable things. Like, I mean, like, for example, like studio computers and shit like that are running like Macs. Like, those are bare bones. People aren't signed into their iClouds on those bitches. So it's like, they're not really connected or doing anything with Mac software. Whereas, like,
I mean,
well, like,
but if it was in an
if it's the
update
booting
or-
process,
yeah,
you're
right.
right. But also, I'll give it
the
to
only
Macs
way would
too.
be an
You don't have to
update.
upgrade.
Yeah.
You don't have to update them bitches. They don't push updates.
But I
on
definitely
Mac.
don't update my Mac as fast as my
I was going to
phone.
say, you could quite literally leave your Mac on the first software you got it with, and they're not, like, the apps might not
running, like,
work or some
beta on
shit,
my
but they don't
phone,
care. You're running the beta on what?
I'm running the beta on my phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm
How
not
do you
doing
like
that on
it?
my Mac. Like,
How do you
I'm
like
not going
the
to
beta?
risk that with my Mac.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
No, exactly.
How do you like the beta right now?
Did it
It's-
do
it's
anything
good.
cool yet?
Yeah, I like the new control center, personally. I don't have it
yeah,
on my
the
phone.
Control Center is better. The only thing with Control Center is it's harder to turn off Bluetooth. It's like more annoying because Bluetooth isn't like the main. Maybe I can edit that. I
Yeah, I
have
was
no
going to
idea.
say you can edit every single control in Control Center. So I mean, like if Bluetooth's not there, it's on you, man. That's on you. Press and hold. You can put it there.
But yeah, no, initially whatever the default setup, it's more annoying. So I got to actually change that.
Yeah, I want to put it on my
it's
iPad
fun.
so bad, but I always have problems with Adobe apps with the betas, and like, I'm using Illustrator a lot right now, and like the betas do not like Adobe software, And I'm afraid DaVinci might not either, because DaVinci acts a little funky when it comes to some iPad processors.
Like, so programs that use more extended libraries in what they're built on generally will have a harder time.
Yeah.
Like both of those, I don't know about on Mac, because I don't know if there's a ARM thing to replicate this. But on x64 chips, you have this thing called AVX512 processing, and that like creates, I don't know, it's like millions more instructions you can give your processor. But it creates a lot of heat. They don't run it efficiently, and it puts the most stress basically you could put on an x86 chip.
Oh shit.
Or a 64-bit Windows processor. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I wonder how it works inside a Mac. Because I
no clue, dude. I don't know about operating systems, but
like I guarantee you, like DaVinci and Adobe programs on iPad, like in order to manipulate the things they manipulate in real time, they are using way more than what Netflix is.
Well, I mean, like you can easily see the difference in CPU usage on the device. It's notable how the device is moving when you use the more strenuous applications. The applications that are obviously made for desktop, because like DaVinci did not attempt to make a iPad version. They just locked like four pages. And then just put it on iPad. And you can unlock them if you want. They just don't want to advertise that they can be unlocked. Because those are the ones that make your processor start going crazy. Like I can use the delivery page, or I can use the regular little new export feature they have. The new export feature, easy on the device. But if I go to the delivery page, it's like it starts chugging in different places, and it's just like, oh, you're using everything right now. Like
no, okay. And I mean, like too, it's just when you push updates, things that aren't used a lot don't get checked a lot, and that's where you find problems.
That's like the older applications. Every update, I lose an application that I love, like just because like that company is not going to fix this for iOS 15 or whatever. And it's like, damn, bro, I've been using y'all shit since 2011. Y'all can't give me one more good update, like.
Yeah, like they ran out of money.
Or they just don't care about it anymore. They're just passively running ads on it. Like, this is all they're doing. Like, or it's like they'll come back 2 updates later and be like, the redesign. It's like, fuck you, man. Come on, bro. Like Magic Eraser did that. It's a PNG creating tool where it's like they didn't update for years. It was trash. It would crash after a while, like on the new iPad.
Yeah, now they're using AI, right? I used it the other day.
Now they fucking switched it. They did a whole AI rebrand, and I put it back on my iPad, and I was like, fuck you. I'm so mad now, because now I can use the iPad feature where I just press and hold in the Photos app. So I don't even have to use the app anymore, technically. It just makes me mad. Because I'll be like, damn.
Are they using AI, or did they just use that feature?
No. I'm pretty sure they're using the feature that is native to Apple inside of the stuff.
And
it is not their AI.
I think they're using their own.
You think so?
I use the web browser one. It does the same thing.
Okay, the web browser one might be different. The iPad one is smooth. Cut and paste.
But maybe it uses I don't know. That'd be smart, right? You just don't even need to code it on the iPad. You just fucking
literally.
Do you use the web browser one on Mac?
Yeah.
It's using the same feature.
Could have ported the feature.
It's using the same feature.
You think they could port it from the OS to the browser? I don't think so.
I use the remove background feature on Mac. It is a right-click feature.
Bro, you can already.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. These apps are no longer impressive, and they're trying to rebrand.
Maybe they are just using that. That's crazy.
Well, and like you can also just put copy-paste functions in a browser. Like you can do it with like TeamViewer.
It's like I'm pretty sure a lot of these apps are just skating by on the advancements of the actual technology. Because like the Macs, like all of them can do the remove background thing if you're running like Sonoma or some shit. And it's like it was a software push.
I used it on like a cartoon character, so that's why I didn't think of using like trying to do the Mac thing.
I bet you the Mac thing will still
maybe the Mac can do it. Yeah, I'll try that one day. I don't know.
UFC doesn't do that good of a job. So that's why I use remove BG.
Because the UFC one is usually too dark, dude. That's why. I think usually like the octagon is like too dark.
No, exactly.
It's always like black chain and
there's
black
like an ad or something, or like that gets
exactly.
Like, there's like a referee,
and it gets the text. Once it gets the text,
Yeah, I feel like I only use the Remove app now if I want to like use the Apple Pencil and get something like perfectly to the line cut out. But like how frequently does that fucking matter? Yeah. I realize no one is gonna see my thumbnails in 1080p.
Yeah.
So who?
No, you're just looking at this like tiny ass thumbnail. On
you're looking at a small thumbnail. All of my thumbnails, if you look at the actual photos being used, they are like 240p, bro. Like they're garbage. Like, cause I'm just like, you can't see it. Yeah, like, and I don't post it on Instagram anymore, so it's like you'll never fucking know. Mm-hmm. Like, it was crazy.
Thanks.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
No. We just hit a collective wall.
Unrelated, dude. LeBron's carrying the flag for the USA Olympics. All of the Olympics. So that's pretty sick.
Friday night.
He's just carrying
opening ceremonies.
Yep.
He's like the flag bearer, you know, so he's like waving it. He's gonna be waving it for the US.
Yeah. I've never watched an Olympics in my life. The only time The only time I've ever come close to seeing an Olympics is going over to Bob's house during the Olympics because he will have an event on.
Hell yeah!
It might be a random event, but he will have an event.
There's always an event to watch.
I always like watching like beach volleyball, dude. That's a good one. That's a good one to watch.
I'm excited.
Beach volleyball looks so intense. Like they look like they're dying. Like who the fuck said let's do this in sand?
You have
looks
to. So it is harder.
And it's bad on your knees.
Well, actually, it's better. It's lower impact than regular volleyball. In regular volleyball,
I guess I'm thinking about like sliding forward.
Yeah.
But I guess sliding forward on sand is still better than sliding over. You're right. Okay. It should just look rough.
Yeah, like you can dive on it way more, but it's a full volleyball court for two people.
Yeah.
You have to cover so much ground. Mm-hmm. You have to be elite.
Yeah, dude, and you're running on sand.
Yeah.
You're literally running on sand. That's
running and jumping.
I will also tell you, jumping on sand like 100 times harder than jumping on solid ground.
They still get up. They still get up. Yeah, dude. That's why I like watching.
That's such a wild sport to practice on the season.
You have to like, you have to like learn how to do the jump. Like you can't just do it. You'll like push your feet into the ground and you'll.
It's wild that like
a
beach variation of the game is like a variation.
Yeah.
It's like an Olympic variation.
The regular variation's in there too.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like wild. Like I'm just like volleyball, beach volleyball. Like,
I mean, there are parts of the world though where it's like that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean like that's their grass for lack of better.
I mean, that's all they got. Yeah, they don't have any indoor courts. Yeah. They just got beach volleyball.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's what Olympics. Dude, they were saying South Sudan doesn't even have an indoor basketball court.
Yeah.
So it's like it's real. That's real.
Games.
Yeah. and they literally pressed the Americans.
They air conditioning on.
They did. They pressed them. Remind me to tell a story about that after this. But yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, I'm probably just literally gonna watch maybe some swimming. I'm gonna watch a little bit beach volleyball and basketball. Dude, that's basically it.
Yeah, track.
Why so light?
Yeah, I'll watch a little track.
Why so light is crazy. I'm not watching any of it.
Just turn it on.
Oh, maybe I'll watch some Noah Lyles. Noah Lyles is lit.
So
yeah.
You got to watch those. You got to like check through the triathlons. You got speed walking. You got biking.
Speed walking?
You got
you said speed walking with authority. Don't look at me and say what. Don't look at me and
it's
say
an event.
I didn't doubt its eventness.
I've only seen it like once.
I doubted my ability to care about it and watch it.
I don't know if there are any summer ones with guns, but there are randomly.
I was about to say now the winter one where you gotta like go down the slope.
Archery's cool.
I was about to say, then you know the one where you gotta go down the slope and then you gotta fucking like shoot a target while you're going sideways.
Yeah.
Now that's the shit.
Awesome.
Tell me when that's up.
Okay.
Tell me when that's up in the winter and I'll watch that shit.
I got you.
Because I'm just like, bro, motherfucker just pow on the fucking sled like on fucking skis like. That's crazy.
You don't shoot while you're moving.
Either way.
You pull into a stall, you hit 5 shots, you get 5 shots, there are 5 targets. points. You get points based on how many you knock down.
The fact that you know
however many you miss, you have to do penalty laps in a loop before you can go back around the cross country circle.
Never mind, I don't want to watch this anymore. This is crazy.
Is archery going down this summer? Is there an archery?
No, there'll be archery. Yeah.
Okay,
dude, maybe I gotta watch archery, dude. Archery is pretty lit too.
How the fuck is archery interesting to watch?
Because it's shooting arrows.
But it's like
it's shooting arrows, exactly.
I get bored of it pretty quick.
This has to get boring. This has to get boring so fucking quick. Like,
there's a lot of competitors.
It's literally like this. This is like I think I love golf as a sport. It is the most boring shit to watch because it is literally whack.
Yeah.
Stare.
Yeah.
Okay. Whack.
There's Olympic
this
golf?
Is
That'll
worse.
be on, dude.
But this is way worse. This is like an arrow. Pull and then camera on the target.
I will say
camera on the target. It's only funny if they miss.
I can never do equestrian.
Why? You don't like horses?
No, I like horses. I just don't really understand what their goal is.
What do you mean?
The fast ones cool, but the slow ones are like.
You don't like to see them trot?
Yeah, the
one jumping over the fences?
You want to see a good horse jig?
You don't like the fence jumping?
You don't like a steeplechase?
That's not what I'm saying. But like the ones where you aren't doing something athletic wise at a sport.
Damn.
And I don't want to get hate for saying that.
I mean, like,
it's a connection between man and beast.
And I don't mean to put anyone down.
Equestrians in the chat, get him.
You know,
it's just to preserve that connection, man. That's all it is.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely and utterly agree with you, and they can come from me in the chat as well here. I never understood horse racing because you don't have to be on the back of that fucking horse. All you're doing on the back of that horse is hitting it. It's not impressive. I don't care. And maybe it's because I never finished Seabiscuit. The movie was kind of dry, but like I don't know. It never resonated. Like I was like, you don't have to be on the back.
Doesn't Tiger Arms
what was the other one?
Hold the reins at all?
Which one? The stupid one about the zebra racing stripes? Where the zebra wanted to be a racing horse?
No, not that one.
That was the only time horse racing
it was another. It was like a good one.
Shark Tales.
I'll tell you how it starts. So, it's night. They're on a boat with the horse, and the boat starts sinking offshore. And there's fire going everywhere. The boat's in the water, neighing. And I don't remember if like he loses his owner or something, but it's a racehorse. And he makes it out of the water. He survives.
Is the horse talking? Is this an anthropomorphic?
Yeah, is this animated?
It's not animated. I cannot remember if the horse talks. I've seen this movie way too many times.
To talk though?
I didn't say he needed to talk. They asked me to talk.
Oh, okay.
Like, is it like a?
It's a horse. I didn't expect a horse to talk.
It's not the one.
After being shipwrecked with a magnificent horse off the coast of Africa in 1940s, is that
sounds
the Black Stallion? Is that the name of this movie?
Yes.
But this is a 1980s movie. Who in the fuck showed you this? Who the fuck showed you this movie?
Show me the cover.
Oh, what the fuck?
Mickey Rooney is in this bitch.
Why'd I do that?
I'm just gonna show you a trailer. No, we gotta really see if it pulls out a memory for you.
No, this is it.
Oh my god, that's.
Where did you watch this, Bob?
Yes, I don't know.
This is something that a grandmother would have on a VHS.
He probably had. It just had this tape. Yeah. He had the tape.
Yeah, dude. That's what the scene I was describing right there.
Do you want to know what I googled to get?
What did you Google?
Is equally as bad as whatever you googled off screen before we started this show.
What?
I just searched.
My search was tailored to how Google brings things up.
Your search was weird.
It was not.
That was a
you
wild
have
search.
pilling on your sweatpants. I didn't know the word pilling.
You're defending
so
this.
I described them very clearly. And what I wanted very clearly.
Since we're here, what did you Google?
Yeah.
What did you Google?
Now that we're here, I feel like...
Where's my phone?
I was like, we're avoiding it though.
We are, because I'll tell you what I Googled.
And I'll tell you what I Googled. Look, it was a good search for what I wanted. Little fuzzy cloth thing remover.
Little fuzzy cloth thing remover is what you Googled.
Because I knew there was a little machine that would pull all those things off your clothes.
Oh, the little fuzzy cloth
thing. It was on TikTok. It was trending on TikTok.
It's called a fabric shaver. And I found it like immediately. First result, fabric shavers.
That just
from
proves,
my search.
That just proves that you're equally as dumb as the rest of the people who have Googled it. I don't know.
No, that proves I know how to use Google.
I typed in...
I'm Google certified.
I typed in horse sinking on boat, washes up on coast movie.
Yeah.
And the first thing it pulled up was Black Stallion.
Solid film.
I don't think I do not think it's solid. There's no way. I've not seen it, but I'm going to judge it by its cover and say it was not good.
I'm not going to lie.
Have you watched it as an adult? There's no way you have.
Yeah.
There's
I have no idea what the storyline is.
Yeah, exactly. Because like off the coast of Africa in 1940 does not sound like a good movie. I have yet to see a good movie.
It's Disney, isn't it?
I don't know, but I've yet to see a good movie that starts with off the coast of Africa in 1940. Like,
I didn't know it was Africa till right now.
I bet you didn't. It was probably South Africa. It was probably, yeah, never mind.
While traveling on a ship, Alec meets a magnificent black stallion being transported.
And he saves him.
Oh yeah, no, this is an ass movie. Ass movie.
That's the introduction.
Yeah,
you guys never seen that horse movie?
This movie takes place 8 years before apartheid.
8 years before what?
8 years before apartheid. I just want to put that out.
Man, dude, this was first published like during like World War II times, basically.
Is it based on a true story, Bars? Please tell me it's not. I really hope it's not.
They might have put it at the beginning.
I think it's a children's novel, so I think it's fictional.
Oh,
who the fuck wrote that, dude? What we consider a children's novel is crazy.
Spirit, legendary movie.
Okay, now I watched somebody review Spirit on YouTube recently. Do you remember Spirit, Bobby?
Yes.
Do the horses talk?
No.
I thought the horses talked.
What?
The horses never talk in Spirit.
No, it's all like
they
just
all
the story.
neigh,
yeah,
and they have facial expressions, and Matt Damon is the narrator.
Yeah.
I swear I've watched Spirit 500 times. I don't remember any of that. I don't remember Matt Damon. I swear to God, these horses talked. All of it. There's
it
no
was
words.
all narration. He saves all the other horses that are pulling the train on a sled. Like
that's the only scene I remember too. But like also apparently it's a crazy movie.
They tried to break him way before
apparently
that.
It's like a crazy movie about the land and how like the natives are trying to keep it away from the white settlers and the horses and the animals are trying to stay on it. And it's like, what is this woke ass film that I missed? Like I watched it and missed every premise.
The whole movie is like they're taking over Spirit's land and he just wants to be free and they're trying to catch him and break him.
He's supposed to be embodying the spirit of the native people.
Yeah.
This movie is the craziest anti-colonizer film ever. Like, you know, like because he loses in the end. Spoiler alert. Oh, it's like Pocahontas is way worse. Pocahontas set Native American people back centuries. Like I don't. Like Pocahontas is rough.
Pretty sure
Pocahontas was a traitor, man. What the fuck is that?
Dude, they did Pocahontas.
I'm pretty sure
bogus.
I've seen this one too.
What's that one?
Black Beauty.
Bobby, why have you seen so many horse movies? This is kind of weird. You hate the horses in the Olympics. And
they aren't actor horses.
I like a horse that's broken.
No. I like a horse who knows what he's doing. Okay?
With personality.
Look.
Your standards.
Maybe I'm a sucker for a good story. And horses have good stories, man. You said how deep Spirit was.
That's the whitest thing you've ever said. I was like, horses have the greatest stories. It's crazy. I would rather watch Airbud. Get the fuck out of here.
What did you say about Spirit?
It's a decent movie. But at the same time, I missed every premise that actually makes it good. Like, that's what I figured out. I figured out that everything that makes that movie like a classic, I was paying attention to. I thought the horses were talking. I just remember them neighing at each other, and I remember he obviously was having sex with that one horse. He was in love with her. You could tell. It was weird.
No, yes, he
Those
was.
horses were
that
weird.
never happened in the movie.
It didn't happen, but it happened. Never mind. I'll bring up a scene for reference later.
Okay.
It was weird. It was a weird horse scene in that movie. It was a weird horse scene in that movie.
I remember the winter part of that movie. Do you remember the winter part?
Fuck no. They go to winter?
They're in snow at one point. Anyway, we'll watch Black Stallion, and then I'll tell you what a good storyline is.
I'll tell you what a good
Are we going to react to Black Stallion like we did E.T.? Are we going to do that?
Oh, there's a good chance it is worse than the E.T. watch that we did. And we skipped to the end of that after like 45 minutes.
45 minutes of E.T. in the E.T. watch through.
We skipped most of the movie. I think we came back like when the spaceship is landing at the end.
Yeah.
Well, we came back when the kids turned into 40-year-old people on bikes. and they tried to act like these stunt doubles were 10-year-old children.
And I was like, all doing tricks
I can see the dude's ass hair and his crack is showing, and he is 6 feet tall. Yeah, it's not little Timmy. Like hell no, bro.
Dude, that shit was funny
with their hoods up like a motherfucker doing spin.
BMX bike,
Like, bro, you gotta change the size of the bike too.
That was easily the coolest part of the whole movie, though. That was easily.
And they're on a green screen. They're riding along a green screen so hard, dude.
Oh no, there's one point where it's definitely chasing them on a street from a car, and they're like doing stuff off of like little tricks and jumps.
It's like that little kid learned how to do a peg grind across a cop car. Get the fuck out of here, like. He couldn't even ride his bike at the beginning of the movie.
But yeah, if you guys are down to watch Black Stallion,
I'm not. I'm really
I will find it.
I guarantee you, I can find it.
It's so easy to
find. You know how
easy
it is to find a horse movie?
I don't think it's that hard.
Bro, I don't even think they would come for me for copyright if I said online I downloaded that illegally. Like, I just don't feel like they would come for me. Like, they'd be like, thank you for another watch.
Yeah.
We really try to push the agenda.
It might be a classic. You know, I can't personally vouch for it because I don't remember it enough.
Do you think?
But from the number of times I've seen it, I guarantee you, I'd be able to start telling you what happens.
That doesn't make it good. That damn near makes it bad. You know, like it's almost like it's almost like you remember from your trauma. It's like
I don't think it was trauma though.
Find out Bob was the one putting it on, and all his siblings were like, "Yo, can we stop watching Black Stallion?" He's like.
I actually don't even think I was the one voting for it, to be honest. I probably would have wanted to watch Casper.
That was a good one. Casper was a good one. Casper was weird, though.
My sister was afraid of the ghost.
I mean, yeah, she should have been afraid.
So I would want to watch
that
Casper,
ghost was low-key
my parents were like, we
trying
can't
to come back
Casper.
in the body to get with Hilary Duff. That was kind of weird.
Yeah.
He'd been alive for a lot of years. Like, it was super Edward Bella vibes. Like, we don't give that movie credit.
Yeah, but I guess technically the ghost doesn't age, right? But
you just had to say technically. And that's my problem.
They made him cute.
Right? It's in purgatory, right? Like, it's technically like you're in the same state forever, right? Like,
wait, what's the comment saying?
Rod, what's Black Stallion about? Oh, dude, it's so... Picture this.
Oh, God, he got him started.
All right. Picture this.
Start with a black screen.
1940s, off the south of Africa, or off the coast of Africa. It's night. There's a horse being transported on a ship, and the storm hits, dude. All right, so the ship's having a rough time, starts going down, and this young guy, saves the horse in the water as the horse is freaking out. And I think
don't fill in the gaps, Boris. Don't you dare fill in the gaps. Don't help him.
I think the horse and the guy form a type of bond. I think that's where the story
is. The guy white or black? The fact that you don't remember is crazy. The fact that you don't remember is crazy. I guess that's a credit for you watching with a child's amount of whimsy. But like,
to be clear, obviously the first 20 seconds is what I found to be the most interesting part of the movie. Because I could not tell you about another scene except for maybe when they're sitting in a white house that looks kind of mansion-y on a it's
giving Plantation. I'm sorry. I'm really on this. I think this movie.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know think about it when I was a child, but now remembering
on
it.
The island, Alec and the horse learn to trust and depend on each other for survival. Dude, that's so they develop a bond.
Oh yeah, they're like shipwrecked for a while.
Yeah,
there's one
on like a deserted island.
That's what it is.
Hey.
That's what happens.
I didn't know we wanted to get deeper into this.
There's one black man in this movie, and other roles that he has taken suggest to me that he is a token in film. And it's just like, this movie had to be weird. There's
it's an
no
old
way.
movie.
I can tell. People's actor headshots are in black and white. The fuck? Yes, this is old. This is old as shit. This is old as
I did not know that. That's funny.
Alec was played by Kelly Reno. You know, this dude looks, oh my God, he's old as dirt now, bro. I'm sorry, not even the disrespectful way. This is what he looks like now. Damn. The main actor from that movie.
Resemblance.
That's crazy. I don't see all of his teeth.
I didn't know what race he was.
No, I mean, like I'm not. No, that part, yeah, that makes sense. But I'm just saying.
It was just too long ago. You know, you can't remember those things.
You had him out.
Oh my God.
Fun fact: the horse's name was Ole Cass, born March 6, 1969.
Yeah, that sounds
Died
like
June
it.
29th, 1993. Rest in peace,
Wait,
Ole Cass.
horse's real life name or horse's
Ole
in the-
Cass.
Yeah,
Ole Cass.
that's a real
show
life.
name.
Yeah.
Real life
horse.
name?
Real life name. Ole Cass.
Okay.
Well,
what's
otherwise
the
it's called the
horse's
Black
actor
Stallion,
name?
dude.
No,
The
it's not. He had a
horse
name.
Well,
He called
first
it
of all,
black.
It's a
Called
Texan.
it black.
It's a
It says-
Texan-bred Arab stallion.
Okay.
Yeah. It's because it's an
Ship was coming from
Stupid
Tejas,
topic.
getting deeper.
I don't know where you were going, Mars, but like the stuff that Paul's was a terrible.
I don't know what
There
I
was
don't know
another-
where I was
There's
going.
there's a secondary horse in the film named Fajr.
Fajr.
Fajr. Species
Fajr.
Equus calibus. And this motherfucker is a tank.
Dang.
Wow.
Oh, he's the evil horse. He's
Wait,
the
the evil horse?
protagonist.
I don't
horse.
want to.
Or the antagonist.
I don't want to learn
horse.
anything more about this movie.
Evil horse.
I don't want to learn anything else about this movie.
I am not doing justice. Whatever may be there or may not
No,
be.
I
Trust
think,
me.
I think you've
You were the
described it.
only one defending this in 2024.
Well,
How
it
to
just
do
ends up like
justice.
they just
It's
it just ends
taken-
up being like a race story, dude. And then he just like races with the.
Yeah.
Stallion.
No, because they get off the island.
So it is. Yeah.
Because I remember
all it
other
is?
people, it's not just a horse and a guy on an island. the
Not to be
whole time.
disrespectful, but Mickey Rooney gives off our friend John energy. Mickey Rooney.
Who's it, Mickey Rooney?
I mean, like, if you don't, I mean, for like, Night at the Museum, best reference point. He's this guy in Night at the Museum, but he had a huge acting career back in the day. But
Okay.
he gives off John energy. I'm sorry, it was random,
Gotcha.
but he's also in that movie. He plays Henry Daly
Gotcha.
in The Black Stallion. And this is also the roughest picture Google could have put up of him.
No, Rod, it's not quite Life of Pi. There's no life raft involved.
Yeah, Life of Pi didn't
Or
get me
is there a
either. Because what
tiger?
the fuck? Why are we doing with the tiger? Was the tiger real?
Well, I've never
No,
watched.
CGI.
What?
was-
No,
it
no,
was
no, no,
CGI.
no, no. In the movie, was the tiger real or was the tiger in his mouth? Was the
CG.
tiger
No,
real in the movie?
CG.
No, no,
That's
no,
what
no,
he
no,
said.
no. In the
Completely
movie,
CG.
in the movie, was it a dream tiger or a real tiger?
Oh, real tiger.
Oh.
Okay, like I'm saying, was the tiger real
Yeah,
to him?
yeah.
To the
I
character?
never, I never saw it.
So this motherfucker's like, I
I
guess
heard it
like
was-
I don't know what the fuck it's about, but like tiger.
It wasn't a
boat.
good movie.
So
Yeah, it
a
wasn't
tiger
good movie.
and a
I remember watching
guy
it. I don't remember.
Is it
End
his
up in
tiger?
a shipwreck.
Is it his tiger?
As far as I
There's
know,
one
it was
fucking
just a
guy.
tiger on the
forget.
ship.
There's a random
Yeah,
fucking
I
guy?
think the tiger
And
just
him
kinda
and the
popped
tiger
up.
happened to like grab hold of the same
Yeah.
piece of wood.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, well, you'll die without me and I'll die without you.
I don't think tigers have that much respect. I think that tiger would have ate his ass.
I think that's the whole
Yeah.
point of the movie.
Yeah.
Does the tiger eat him?
No.
It's
No.
this is the one
You know what?
time
Fuck
that
all
yeah,
these
like
movies.
It's the one time.
survive.
Yeah.
It's
You
like-
know, like yeah,
I don't know what this story's about. I never saw it, but that's the whole point.
I don't
is that
remember, dude.
this
Yeah, I don't remember what
Yeah.
it's about, but it
vicious
wasn't
beast
good,
did
dude.
not eat
Yeah,
him
it
on
wasn't
this
worth the
tragedy.
watch. It wasn't worth the watch. It was kinda
Yeah, like
stupid.
I'm trying to just
That's
think
kinda
about like
stupid.
how it could go, and there's nothing that could. There's no ending that could make it worth it for me. If,
Like, dude, even if like the tiger is like initially dependent, it could lash out and just kill you whenever it wanted.
Exactly.
Well,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
Humans go
it's-
crazy due to heat exhaustion
that,
in bodies of
Mike
salt
Tyson
water
did
that
that.
you can't drink. Tigers are gonna go fucking crazy.
I don't
yeah.
know. Maybe he just goes to sleep, like tries to
Yeah, 'cause-
hibernate.
Apparently,
like,
Mike
"This is a
Tyson
bad
would
situation."
hang out with his tigers, but like every now and then they would fuck him up. Like they would fucking
yeah.
scratch them.
Yeah, and then also at a certain point, they all went to a zoo.
Regular
Yeah.
fucking house
Yeah.
cats will just wake up on violence and scratch the shit out of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Why the fuck would a tiger be any different?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it just got bigger claws.
So it's like
Yeah.
you can't control these things, dude, at any
also,
point.
what
So
the
it-
fuck was Mike Tyson smoking when he bought a fucking tiger?
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
probably
I,
every-
tigers.
maybe I,
He was probably
maybe I don't
smoking every-
want his brand of weed.
Oh, dude, this was Mike Tyson.
He had
man.
multiple tigers, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
stupid.
he had
And
Bengal. He had
it got
Bengal
stolen
tigers.
once.
But I was about to say, motherfucker,
Yeah.
are you referring to The Hangover? Okay.
He got
Like, are you
stolen.
seriously like?
Oh, that was a hangover.
Yeah.
Oh man, that
I
was
was about
funny
to
as fuck.
say, like, you just casually floated to The
That
Hangover.
was a good reference.
But like
That was nice.
Sigmund and Siegfried and Roy, like one of the tigers ate one of them motherfuckers a little bit. Like
Did it?
tigers eat, like
Yeah, no,
killer
tigers
whales
will bite
kill.
things.
Why the fuck are we putting them? No, it's stupid.
I mean, killer whales.
Have not been taught.
They're-
No,
they're-
they kill. They're all murderers.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're-
dude, killer whales are taking down
SeaWorld
boats,
is 2 steps above Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
and they're taking down boats for fun.
I'm not even fucking with you.
Yeah, no dead ass.
They are 2 step, like
Dead
literally,
ass.
like they get the same amount of training as a Joe Exotics employee.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
There is no you could get certified on dolphins. You can only get certified on killer whales from places that should not be allowed to give you certifications about killer whales.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
SeaWorld is like, you've completed our training. That is not
SeaWorld, man.
that's not how it should go. Like, you can get independent dolphin training.
To keep drawing lines, you ever seen Free Willy?
That's a rough one.
That's a legendary movie.
I mean, but like, isn't it just about how like Willie just is sad as fucking captivity?
No, it's this whole story about this whale who's in captivity.
I remember a little sad nigga playing a harmonica.
Well, so I don't know exactly who that was, but that's definitely in there.
That's what's in there. It's in there.
No, but so
I remember music.
The whale's in captivity, and when orcas are in captivity, they have this issue. I don't know if it's like mental or
their fin
what.
goes
Their
sideways.
fin curls.
Yeah, it goes sideways.
Yeah. So
well, it's because they know you're lying to them because they're smart as fuck and then they eat you. I think that's what it means.
So the whole story was about how this, I think it was a kid, maybe a teenager, was like working at the aquarium or something, and he realized that it was
depressed.
Hurt. It wanted to leave. He was sad. He hated everything. So he formed a bond with the whale, and then there came a day where Free Willy jumped out, and then there's this big seawall, and so the whale's going down like a causeway or like a canal next to the ocean, and the kid's running down the street on the top of the causeway, and he like puts his arm up, and then the whale jumps over into the ocean. Wow. Triumphant moment.
Inspiration. So we should clip out Bobby explains animal movies because like at this rate I don't see you do Air Bud because like you are bringing up every part of the movie that I uniquely don't remember and I'm just like that sounds like a climactic point. I know.
How do you not remember the jump?
I believe you completely. I'm just realizing I have such a blind spot for animal movies. Like I watch them and fucking forget them.
I've seen a lot of them.
Free Willy.
There's another dude. It's literally the cover.
This is so random, but do you remember? Fuck yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, true.
I don't remember the scene, but I remember the cover. Like,
I remember the cover. Facts. Yeah.
It's in the movie. It's part of the movie.
Free Willy would have ate that kid on the way out. No way he wouldn't.
No, he was a nice whale.
That's not how it works. There's not nice whale versus angry whale. There's killer whale versus orca versus human.
These are like the good animal movies that I like too. They're also bad animal movies.
Okay, I mean, for sake of discussion, like
I don't remember the name of this one, but there was this one where this guy was up in Alaska with his dog sled team, and the storm was getting really bad, and he had to leave. And half the dogs ended up like freezing before
Cuba Gooding Jr. is in this movie.
Oh, what?
Does this movie have Cuba Gooding Jr. in it?
Isn't that movie literally called Sleds or some shit?
No, it's called Snow Dogs with Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah,
and if this is the movie you're saying, this is my favorite animal movie, and it's the one you hate. Okay, it's not that one. Okay, good.
What his dogs?
Oh no, I like that one. Snow Dogs. I like Snow Dogs.
I thought a few of them dogs die. Maybe them dogs don't die.
Yeah, I remember this.
Maybe they don't.
I remember watching this as a kid.
Remember that movie with the cats and dogs that were that weird Christmas scene at the chopping I don't know what the fuck you're talking. Are you talking about? I remember Cats. I remember Cats and Dogs, the spy movie.
Yeah.
With the weird mouths on the fucking dogs.
Yep.
Now we're getting into some animal movies. I fuck with Stuart Little.
Stuart
motherfucking Little.
It's the goated one. That one's goated.
That motherfucker was cold as hell. Y'all made me like rats.
Yeah.
Dude, how was the little rat so much cooler than the little kid? You know what I'm saying? Like that rat was cool as hell.
Stuart was that nigga. His brother was a nerd, boy.
Yeah, dude. That rat was sick, man.
Well, Stuart was getting invited everywhere, and his little brother come up with the glass. Hey, what's up? I want it. Nah, bro. Nah, you ain't cool enough, bro. Stuart had a Corvette, bro. What you mean?
Yeah, it was like an allegory for having like a.
Y'all saw her with the
like
white
a
suit?
minority brother or something. Like it was just like,
that movie was so cold. You got a second one, and the second one was colder. Boy, had the bird in that motherfucker. Boy,
It might be this.
This is crazy. I really like. This is another one where you probably Google some crazy shit to get this.
It's called 8 Below.
Oh yeah, I actually know what you're talking about.
It's a Disney movie.
Yep, 8 Below. It is another Disney one. Disney,
so they make it to Mount
based
Melbourne.
On a true story?
Yeah, they make it to Mount
dude, I know this one.
I like how you called this a bad movie because the dogs died, but they really fucking
Paul
died.
Walker's in this one. Yeah, dude, Paul Walker's in this.
So
it's just so the movie's badness is rated on if the animals are hurt.
So,
dude, it was rated really well.
So
73% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, if the dog gets hurt, I'm sad.
Okay, I feel
this was actually
that's a reasonable. That's a reasonable reason to not like the movie though, because I feel like your climax builds up to seeing dogs.
Dude, I feel like why was there a random time period where these sled dog movies came out?
Yeah, because it was lit, man. We wanted to see people. No, because remember, there was just a random like extreme snow sports phase.
Yeah,
because Mr. Deeds, like he gets the money because his fucking granddad dies.
Shaun White was popular,
bro.
Shaun White, yo,
bro.
Dude, I remember I got the video game Shaun White. That shit was lit.
Bro,
dude.
I had his edition of 5 Gum. That's how time period that shit is, boy.
Yeah, 5 Gum.
5 Gum. Shaun White was doing. He was doing some other gum too. Mm-hmm. Boy, there was man. Damn. He was on X Games.
Dude, I remember like everyone was like, "Fuck these other gum," like 5 Gum, right? Like that was like the coolest gum to get.
When 5 Gum dropped, and he was basic if you had rain, bro. Green was basic.
Take off the aluminum off of the E12, you know what I'm saying? Like
Bobby's found something.
I have the synopsis. So what happened was, these two guys are out doing like university expedition looking for meteorites with their sled dogs. Okay. They get to where they're going and a storm's coming in, so they immediately have to go back to their base camp. When they get back to the base camp, the storm's getting so bad that they have to fly out because if they don't, the plane will be destroyed and they'll be stuck. So they fly out, they chain up their dogs, and he tightens all his dogs' collars. When they get back, they find out there's not going to be an opening to go back till next spring.
They deserve that shit because they're about to lead them dogs out there.
The owner of the dogs starts looking for a way to go back up and get his dogs. I think he actually ends up getting like a snowmobile or another dog team at one point or something. But long story short, the dogs end up getting left there for about 2 weeks. They eventually free themselves from the chain and go start to look for food. And on this journey, like they're slowly getting killed off by different things happening.
Wait, are we following the dogs in this movie? Oh my fucking
Well, you're following the dogs and the guy is coming back.
This is crazy because that would kill my heart.
Wait, like, Bob, was this the same one where they had like the dogs had like boots on and then they got like stepped in water or something and it froze? Is that the same one? Am I thinking of the same one?
I don't know. They were all chained up and like almost dead from starvation by the time they got off.
I'm telling you, dude, there's a bunch of dog sled shit, dude, that I was watching at some point, man. It's all getting merged.
Why is this the Roman Empire of the podcast that everybody has a dog sled movie?
The guy who owns the dogs, who's going back for him, only some of the dogs made it off the chain. So he gets back to find the oldest dog still stuck to the chain, frozen completely. The next one had like fallen down a cliff face and died, and the rest of the dogs like laid at the edge of the cliff until the like next day, and they had to leave. So he starts like tracking them and trying to find them. This is why
you're right. This is one of the bad ones. This is one of the bad ones. I don't want to see it. Like I don't want to see it.
That's just sad.
That's fucking crazy.
They're cute huskies that will probably eat you, but you know they're Alaskan dogs.
Eat you.
Alaskan Malamutes.
Well, no, sled dogs are not trained the same way.
No,
a sled dog, if it found you and it was starving, like it might attack you. This is.
Well, I mean, this because their diet is probably raw meat.
They're like carnivore huskies, man. So like they're more hardcore
this
than the normal.
Purina. They ain't on that. Like this is real.
Chewies.
How long have we been talking for?
Oh, we had an hour and a half.
I was going to say, we have to have been going for a while. There's no way. Like, I feel like we were at an hour talking about software. Hey, man. They got a good episode today. They got one of the ramblings.
That was a long one. We should. I also need food, so like,
I'm with you.
That part.
I've had.
We're at an hour 18. Hour 18.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's not including, like, just getting ready to do the show. But hey, yo, thank you all for tuning in tonight. What are we dropping? We got shit coming out.
Yeah.
We
got
some
cool little video, a little scavenger hunt.
Subscribe and hit that bell over here and like this shit.
So that'll be coming out soon.
Yeah, we got some food court stuff.
Oh yeah.
Shorts on the way.
Woo, woo.
Yeah.
Watch the episode of Naomi G. It's out on this channel. Podcast, and the next one coming out. I don't remember the artist. Damn, I would have said it. I'm not even being withholding for like fun purposes. I really just forgot who it is. It could be 2 people, and I don't want to give you false hope. But yeah, we got that coming out, and then as always, I might drop a video on my J-Treb channel.
Hell yeah!
Stay tuned for if it comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Parse, what you got?
That's lit. Dude, yeah, shorts are coming out, man, and check out my last one. That theory is going crazy right now. So go check it out. This one's recently, so.
We haven't talked in a long time, but I am still watching One Piece.
Same.
I'm going slowly, but I'm watching One Piece still.
Oh no, I'm like hooked.
Fuck, dude.
I'm hooked.
I knew somebody was gonna burn past me. But yeah,
I'm on
good.
I'm like 6 episodes in.
I feel like I'm probably about like 10 to 15.
I just
damn. Yeah, I'm 20 something in.
I haven't had like a time recently in my life where I've been just sitting down watching TV, and it's just not in my schedule right now. So I'm trying to like watch it, but I don't always get there.
Yeah,
and I haven't been like falling into stuff.
My TV time usually like resides with like doing other things right now, which is why it's just like damn, like it's like I can't.
Well, and so it's like that too, because you guys are all watching it. I want to actually watch it rather than do my background noise.
Exactly.
Like I was doing it while I was Ubering, but like it's like I'm really just listening. Like I don't even have the video up unless I'm waiting for orders. So it's like damn, but like I gotta see some of these parts.
I watch it sub, so I actually have to pay attention to it too.
Oh, you wild.
Yeah.
You wild. I'm not watching that shit, so I do not care that much about hearing the original language that I cannot hear. So I read the subtitles though. Like the subtitles do go different than the dub. So like if you listen to the dub, you will read some different shit at the bottom. So it's like I might peep those lines, but like nah, man. I'm a big sub over dub. I don't care what anybody says.
They both told me to do it too, or like I should check it out. It's just like I can't not look away from the TV for an entire episode.
You need to be locked in. But that means you really watching that shit. You really watching.
But like I don't watch more than like 2 at a time though. Yeah. So I'll watch 2 and then go watch YouTube or some shit.
See, and that's the event. Like I could burn through them bitches quick because I'm doing them in English. So when I do got some time, it's like I can burn 2 back to back real quick or 3 back to back in like I don't know 25, 26 minutes.
I'll like that's what it is. I'll just allocate some time for it. Right before sleep or something. Just watch like 2 or 3.
Yeah, keep it going, man. Keep it going. You guys, you guys are
like, just so much more book, man.
Get it started, man.
That's the thing. It's actually good.
Iceberg.
Yeah. Once you like,
they're doing a good job of building the world out here. Like I feel like this is the only way it can survive this long is if the world is built out good and it's good world building. Like that's what makes it a good show.
Yeah.
So,
No, exactly.
But hey, getting into that, maybe we'll have some content for you guys soon talking about this shit. But hey, until then, we got a quote. I feel like until then is a great space to like put a quote in. Until then.
Got on.
I wish I had a noise that was like Fox News. Dun 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 dun. We cut.
That would be crazy. We hit them with a breaking news sound and dip. Bum, 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 bum. Oh,
have a good night, Chicago. From us to you.
Ew. Ew.
Stay classy, Chicago.
I think the lights should be lower. Are we on Frasier? What the fuck?
Stay classy, San Diego.
Like what? Like straight Ron Burgundy.
Yeah.
The Will Ferrell quotes are wild.
I mean, you guys just leave it until Will Ferrell pops in my head.
Okay, we got
That's my thing. One of you guys did a Will Ferrell one recently, didn't you?
I think so.
I think someone else said a Will Ferrell one, and I was like, hey, let's go.
This one.
Let's go. I want to hear it.
If you have the beep ready on the board, I'd say it. No way you have the beep. There's no way. You have it? Okay.
Dang.
I mean, like, you got to telegraph when to hit it.
After I say blind man.
Okay.
Hit the fucking button.
Okay.
And then after I say the word that you know I'm gonna say that needs to be beeped, you can let it go. Are you ready?
Okay, so after blind man.
Yes.
Next time.
After
blind man right now.
So I'm gonna after I say that line, you're gonna beep it, and after I say the word, you're gonna. This is ridiculous. This is gonna be wild. This is gonna. We might go back and take this out the episode. Like a blind.
I went cautious.
I'm gonna have to feel my way through.
Okay. Wait, now you gotta tell me I didn't hear it.